Shalom family, shalom. I'm coming to you guys with a garden update which was requested. I've been in a war with the groundhog, okay? And he is really striking my last nerve. So we're going to go through and show y'all what all is still here, what's still coming up, what I hope to get back. Because the groundhog really has just really ate everything, okay? So which is why I haven't been doing the garden videos, because he had ate so much that it was nothing. I mean, he had ate the tomato plant leaves, he ate everything, all right? So I didn't really have nothing to show y'all because he had ate everything. But as stuff start to come back, you can see we still looking kind of bare. But I wanted to show y'all what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to see will come back, etc. I plan on doing a fall garden, which will probably be better for us because the groundhogs they go hide somewhere in the fall. So hopefully we can do a fall garden. I'll probably do like pumpkins, squash, green beans. I can do lettuce still, because I think I'm gonna start what I think I'm gonna do is not put lettuce in here no more, because that's what he always comes. He comes and eat all the lettuce first, and then he gradually eats other things. So you guys can see I got some green beans that was growing on the green bean plants over there, and I came out and got those. So I decided, because the video was requested, that I would record a little bit. And you guys can see I told you when this fills up, it gets like a jungle. I think last time I recorded it wasn't this full. My husband needs to cut the grass too, so it's not looking all pretty like it usually is. And then you see these flowers that grow, they grow all the way down, but my husband came out and he chopped all of this stuff down back here because we was moving out a lot of old furniture, and he couldn't get through. So now it just look all choppy and just everything back here. Eventually it'll fill back in, but I'm just like, oh, it looks horrible. But he cut all of this stuff down so he can move. We had a bunch of stuff in our basement, like old beds and stuff, and no, that stuff out there in the alley is not ours. But yeah, so when he comes out here, he cuts the flowers. Okay, so yeah, cut all of that stuff down, so it's looking kind of crazy. And everything just kind of wasn't right this year. I don't know. This gate usually has a lot of flowers and stuff, and you see those orange flowers, and it has yellow flowers that comes up, and then there'll be purple flowers, which I haven't really seen them. I think I've seen one, maybe. I've seen one somewhere, I don't know where, but I had seen one, and that was really pretty much it. I don't even see it anymore. Oh, if you guys can see, I see them. You can see, let me zoom in. Y'all see those purple buds that's coming? This gate be full of those purple buds, but you can see it's poison ivy and stuff in here too. And maybe we probably need to cut some of this crap down so you can really see the flowers and stuff under here, because I think it's just gotten so, y'all can see, look in there, it's a purple flower. So yeah, you can't really see them. Look, they're all through there because it's just so much stuff. But usually, I don't know, we might have to, when the fall comes, cut it back. So, oh, there's one. So next year, which I don't know if we'll still be here next summer because we're trying to buy a house, but that may be next year. You'll see them, and everything's just starting to bloom too, so maybe in a few weeks it'll be full. I don't know. Okay, back to the garden. Let me show y'all how the groundhog, he did me dirty. He did me dirty. So the first year or two, I thought the groundhog was cute, coming out here eating and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, I'm feeding the animals. you know, type of thing. And so I just let him eat, and now he's gotten comfortable, and now I'm just like, okay, now I want you gone. Now I want you to go, because you're eating everything. You ain't being, what do I want to say? You're being selfish, okay? You ain't saving me nothing. So let's look. Okay, so I originally planted, and I usually do, because I started late this year, I think that's what's taking the plants so long. It's like they really just started to like do their thing, and then plus the groundhog been eating them, you know. But the corn is just starting to like do its thing. It's just starting to get big. Like a week or half ago, these was small. And like I said, everything was so small, it would just didn't make sense to record. And plus the groundhog, the stuff that came up early, like the lettuce and all of that, groundhog completely demolished. So I originally planted 6 corn stalks, and I usually do 2 seeds to a hole, because sometimes the seeds won't come up, but sometimes they all come up, and then I have too much, you know, plants. So this year I did 1 seed and only 3 came up. So we got 1, 2, and then this guy, he just came up late. Like original, I had 2, and I said, oh, I only got 2 corn plants this year. And then this guy just came up, so I said, oh, I got 3 corn plants. So yeah, it should have been another one here, and then 1 here and 1 here, because I had planted like 2 rows of 3. And but yeah, now I used to plant the squash and corn on the side of the house, on the side of my house over there, which they do really well over there. But after having to make this whole new area this year, I didn't really feel like going over there and, you know, pulling up the grass that had grew back and all the weeds and stuff from last year, because I didn't garden over there last year. Me not gardening last year really messed up my garden, because, you know, all the grass and weeds and stuff grew back. So I had to like redo everything, as y'all see me doing with this box. And so I had bought 2 big garden like bins, because I was originally going to put my lettuce in there, so the groundhog wouldn't eat it. And then I don't know, I just decided to throw it in there. Now let me tell y'all my mistakes that I make every year. So I learned that you're supposed to plant the green beans with the corn, so that the green beans can grow up the corn, right? And I don't really care if they lay on the ground. Like some people be like, you know, they want it up on the gate, and I was going to get a gate, but they grew fast. Like the green beans grew fast. So I was just like, oh, you know, whatever, they on the ground. And they got a little dirty, but that's fine. You just wash them off. So I know we're going to get some more green beans on there. Still a lot of little ones on there, and I see new growth on the green bean plants. And I'll show you guys that here in a minute. So tomato plants. This is 2 plants, and it rained real hard last night, so I think they kind of just like, you know, leaning from the rain. Maybe they'll stand back up. Eventually, when they start getting tall enough, I'm gonna get, you know, my little sticks. And then it's another one here, and then it was like 3 more right here. It was like 1 right here, 1 right here, and then 1 right here. Anybody want to guess what happened to them? The groundhog ate like all of the leaves off of it, and like he had ate it so bad that like he pulled the root up. Like he had pulled the root up on like 3 of them, because they was small, you know what I mean? And he then came out here and ate the little small tomato plants, pulled them up. So it's bare right here. Yeah, so tomato plants right here. Tomato plant. Okay, and then this is the pepper plant, and this one is already getting flowers and getting stuff to grow, because I actually had bought this one because I forgot to get seeds, And I was like, I'm already extra late planting, so I was like, I'm gonna just buy a pepper plant. Now this is just greens because they just grow, you know, random spots. Because when I had grew greens, I didn't cut them down the last time, so like the seeds was just splattering everywhere. So every time I grow a garden, I just get greens growing up in random places, so which is nice. um, this is bell pepper plants. This is a bell pepper plant. That is the bell pepper plant, which they're coming because the groundhog literally ate the like these tomato plants. Like they're just getting the leaves back. If y'all see like all of these empty spaces, like the groundhog had literally ate all the leaves off of these plants. So when I'm telling y'all I had nothing to show y'all, nothing to record or anything, it was because these plants didn't have no leaf. They was literally just stem. Okay. They was just stem because the groundhog had ate it. So those is finally starting to come back. So I'm gonna come around here, I'm gonna show y'all what these was cucumbers that the groundhog had ate. This is the green bean plants that I just got the green beans off of. And if you can see, like you can see those new growth coming. Let me find a good one. You can see that it's sprouting off new shoots. Okay, so we're gonna start seeing some new green beans on there. And it's a bunch of bugs. Okay, now these was my poor cucumber plants. Now he had ate them down, and if you can see, they getting new growth right there. So I'm hoping that I could try to save them. Like this one is getting new growth right there. So I'm hoping they all get new growth, the ones that's still alive, because they were all still alive. And then I think he came out here and started eating them some more. And then, so now we got all these ones that's dead. But like this one is trying to come back. It's getting some new growth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray some garlic, hot pepper, all of this concoction together on it, and hopefully try to save it from him eating it. I'm going to spread everything to hopefully keep him out, to keep him from eating the cucumbers. So hopefully we can get some cucumbers, because at this point he really ate all the plants. Okay, he ate them all. So over here, and this is just because I was pulling some weeds out, so y'all see that there. This is all oregano, which I had oregano out here for the last few years. Like I never had to replant the oregano because it could just grow back. So it has a really good root system, so it just grew all on its own. It was a big area, but my husband cut some down, and I told him to just leave the area, small area, so I can have some oregano. These is chives from the old garden that like I said, they got just, you know, a good root system, so they just keep coming back unless you pull up the root. Smell like onion. Okay, these is my favorite herbs of all time. And like I said, all of this stuff was real little for so long. I think it was because I started the garden late, and it just seemed like my neighbor's garden is huge. All her plants and stuff is big already. She did buy all her tomato plants. You know, she did buy all her tomato plants, and I started everything from seed, so of course. But yeah, like all her stuff is big, and my stuff just started getting big. Like these basil plants was small. You can see here some more greens right here, because I've grown different kind of green, mustard greens, collard greens. then look, even over here, oregano is still growing. Like the oregano is everywhere, okay? It's oregano right there. So this is my all-time favorite. They smell so good. And they taste so good. I love basil. I just really do. These is my zinnia plant. He just fell over for some reason. So probably because of the rain yesterday. These is all zinnia plants that I just planted in the corners so that oh, I'm itching so bad out here trying to do this because there's so many mosquitoes and stuff out here, y'all. Oh Lord, I am itching so bad. I'm scratching the whole time. And you see another green plant, which the groundhog had ate all of these. He ate these green plants. He ate everything, okay? This is sage, which smells so good. It didn't really come up. I planted a whole row. You see it only came up right there in that middle, but I do see like some plants trying to come up now up here. Oh, I'm itching. I'm sorry. Oh, I gotta get out this grass. Okay, this is cilantro. And all of this stuff just started to get big because it was like real little forever. And I was just like, okay, why is it not growing this year? It probably was because it was a new area and I didn't really get to flip the dirt, put manure and all that stuff like I usually do. I kind of just put the dirt on top this year because somebody stole my good shovel, and the shovel that I had kept bending like every time I was trying to like dig a hole. So I kind of just said, I'll forget it and put the dirt on top and just planted the seeds that way. And I think that really didn't do me justice. So I won't be doing that again. But so I started feeding, plant food and stuff. And then they seem to start coming. They seem to start growing because they was just real small and just not doing anything. Now, as you can see, the lettuce was right here. It was lettuce and spinach. He came, he ate the lettuce, he ate the spinach. It was still stems from the lettuce, but he came back, ate it some more, and it was all gone. So what I did was I planted some more lettuce, and you can see that it's starting to come up in places. I planted it all down there, but I don't really see it coming up yet down there. I don't know. But I see that it started to come up right here, there. There's a few down there. A few come up right there, one down there. So it's starting to come up in this area, and then he be digging too. I don't know if he be using the bathroom or what. Like he dig these piles. You see these piles? I think he pooped in here. I don't know what the heck. So that's what made me really want him gone. I was like, okay, you gotta go, cause now you pooping in the garden. So yeah, and I don't want to have to like. We called the animal people out here one year because they was living under our house back there. And I don't know what happened. They had put some stuff down there to kill them or whatever, which is sad, but they wouldn't leave. I don't know what happened, if it's the same groundhog or whatever, but so yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with the garden. Yeah, hopefully the fall garden will be better because the groundhoggy, he will be gone. He won't be eating everything. But in a few weeks, all of this stuff should be bigger. Like all of the herbs and stuff should be nice and tall and big, and it should be looking nice and fuller. Hopefully we can get some lettuce growing to fill in this spot over here. Yeah, because I had put spinach like right here, and I think that's what these little pieces is. I'm not sure, but he had ate it. He had ate it, so I never really got to see it. Soon as it was a baby plant, soon as they was baby plants, he started eating. But yeah, these just started getting big, the bell pepper plants. So like I said, I started the garden really late this year, and that's kind of why everything is still not mature. Hopefully it matures, everything is real mature before this will hurt.